Okay, welcome one and all. It's a long time ago with me, Adam, and my cousin Martin. You okay, Martin?
Yeah, I've had a
Yeah. Oh, look.
busy day.
Oh, look. What have you done there, Martin?
Well, what do you want to talk about?
Well, there seems to be some changes yet again. What's this? The 15th move of the year?
Yeah, I think this is the fourth time I've changed the Star Wars room around this year. I needed to incorporate a second cabinet in preparation for more loose graded figures coming in, but also, I'm sure you've seen his videos, but there's the YouTuber Only One Kenobi. He has all of his
Yeah.
figures laid
He's
out like
just gone
this.
onto the ceiling, hasn't he?
He has
Have
just
you
gone onto
seen
the
that?
ceiling,
Yeah.
yeah. And ever since I
Madness.
saw that the first time, I was like, "Oh man, I really like that." So,
Yeah. I
I've
feel
played.
like quite a few people do it, actually.
Yeah,
I've seen a
true,
few
true.
people do it, but yeah.
But
Yeah,
yeah, it looks
it's
really
good.
cool, doesn't it? I really like it.
So, well, I mean, we won't go into detail with it now because that could be another video for your next room tour video. We'll go over it. Um, so today we're just going to do our pickups of the week, aren't we?
Yeah,
I
again,
say pickups of
another
the week.
action-packed
Yeah,
week.
we've been really busy picking things up now, haven't we?
We have
Yeah,
spending too much money.
yeah. Well, I've got a couple of banging deals in there, so I'm quite happy. Who wants to go first? You want to go first? I've got
Uh,
three this week, so
Yeah, I've got. Well, I'm splitting this. Some of them in the. We were basically we won an auction, didn't we? At
yes,
Vectis
yeah,
auction for some Saga collection figures, and it wasn't just Saga collection figures. So there were so many of them in this lot that I'll kind of split them in half for this episode.
yeah. Otherwise, we'll
So
be on for hours.
yeah, exactly. So the first two that picked up that we won in the auction, and they mainly came in doubles, which is excellent for us, and
Yeah,
probably why we went for it.
yeah,
The first two we went for was two of these Sand People Saga collection figures. Unfortunately, only one of them came in the box. One of them's
yeah.
loose, but
That's a bit of
yeah,
a bummer, but
yeah, bit of a bummer, but
yeah,
immaculate as always.
mm,
Absolutely stunning condition. If we want to collect the 12 or 13, including the George Lucas figure, you know,
yeah.
you can tick these off the box.
We're off to a good start with it, aren't we?
Yeah,
Considering we weren't really planning on it, were we? Until
no,
well, a couple of months ago, maybe, and when I picked up my Greedo, and yeah, and then Luke came along a
well,
little bit later.
I think it was IG88 and Bosk that started this off, really, wasn't it?
Yeah, and
Ironically, the two that we haven't got,
the
but
two that we don't have exactly. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, on closer inspection on those two figures, I I don't love that particular figure in itself. The card back's really nice,
yeah,
but the
yeah,
figure itself, I don't know. It just seems a little
yeah.
bit lost in the clothing, in the
I
soft goods.
think we mentioned it in our last pickup video. Have got to be honest, 90% of the figures in this saga collection, they're not particularly great by modern standards.
Hmm.
But as you quite rightly pointed out, it's about the card backs, and
Yeah,
these are obviously the iconic representations of the card backs that we got in the 70s and 80s. So
yeah.
that's why they I think they're a must for me anyway.
Hmm.
And I kind of like the plastic cases that they came in, and I love the little Saga Collection logo that they have on the case as well. So yeah, I really like them.
Yeah,
Figure aside.
yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah, cool. Shall I go for one now, or do you want to go with another saga collection?
Well, I might as well carry on with the Saga Collection. I've
Yeah,
got
sure.
two more Saga Collection. Again, the same items, so we've got one each coming. And this
Excellent.
was the Biker Scout
Yeah,
Return the Jedi card.
nice.
Again, these look fantastic, really nice condition. The figure actually is quite nice for this one. Again,
That's
not
what I was just going to say. Yeah,
mm,
that is one of the figures that is decent in this
yeah, it's
this particular
decent.
collection.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. There is a bit of a. I mean, they're not in the best of conditions. I mean, I don't know if you can see there, but there's a
Mm.
old sticker residue on there, and
Right.
I got in contact with Stu at Universal, the Universal Toy Collector, for a bit of
Yeah.
advice about what to use to get it off, and so I'm in the midst of picking up some stuff in order to
Oh,
try and
okay.
get it
Cool.
off
Yeah.
without damaging the bubble. So so when you know,
That's good.
when I manage to get the residue off, we'll stick it in Adam's box, which is getting larger and
It
larger
is, isn't it?
as the weeks
Yeah.
go on,
Yeah.
and then
You're
that'll
gonna
get
have
shipped up to you at some point.
well, if we do it for Echo Base, you'll have to hire a trailer or something. Just hitch it
True,
onto my car so we can come
true,
home.
true. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's a really, really lovely figure, and another one, as I say, to tick off the 13 that we need for.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, we should really come up with a list and, well, put the list out there, put some sort of graphic up so that we can actually keep tabs on what we have got. We can cross off,
It's a good idea. Yeah,
for the viewer,
yeah.
for the viewer.
No,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah, no, I agree. And so yeah, that's another thing you've got yourself written down to do, because
Yeah. I don't know why I said that.
I mean, I'm obviously editing these videos, but when it comes
Yeah.
to the graphics side of stuff, that's
Yeah.
your
My
expertise, I'm
domain.
afraid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Excellent. Any more, or are we holding off?
Well, I do have one more. This is actually part of the original trilogy collection,
Oh, yeah.
and it's an Empire Strikes Back Yoda. Again, we mentioned this in the last video, I know, but it was basically, because they're the original car backs from the 70s and 80s.
Yeah.
That's why they're so cool. So we said that, not only are we going to try and complete the saga collection, but we're going to also try and collect the original trilogy collection. So
Yeah.
this will be my um,
First of those.
first of those.
There's actually a bit of a story behind this one, isn't there? Because this was one on eBay,
Yes, that was, yeah.
and I don't think we knew that we were both bidding for this, and I think you outbid me on it.
I did outbid you, but
Is that right?
I
Is
think
that?
yeah, we found out after the fact. Normally, we're really good and tell each other, don't we, about what we're bidding for, but we didn't on this case. But you still bid really low, and I
Yeah.
mean, this was, I think it was 18 quid, I think.
Yeah.
So still pretty cheap. For I think it's 2007, I believe,
Mm.
2008.
Or it
So
might be. Did the trilogy collection come before the saga? I can't remember. So
oh,
I think
it's a good
Saga's
question.
06, 07, and I think one's 04, 05.
In that case, then
I
yeah,
might
this will be 04,
think.
05. If you're right, this will be the first one then. But
Get me. 12 months ago,
yeah,
none of this knowledge would have been with me.
no. Well, we'll flash it up on the
I
screen
mean,
now if Adam's wrong,
there's a
obviously.
good chance I'm wrong, to be honest. I could just be making that up.
Yeah.
But
So yeah, that's my first. That's my first edition of
first
the
trilogy.
trilogy collection. So
How do you like that figure? Is that
it's not. I mean, it's not great, but it's not
okay?
really bad either.
Yeah.
I mean, he looks a bit dumpy, and he looks quite scary, to be honest with you. I mean, as I'm saying this, I'm hopefully showing you a bit of a close up, but and one ear is much bigger than the other as well, which is really
Oh, really?
quite amusing. But it's fine. And as I said, it's about the card back. It's so that
Yeah.
it can join the illustrious cards behind me on the wall.
Yeah. 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 So over to me, is it?
Yeah, I think that's just me for this week. I mean, we do have
Good
more
stuff.
from that auction win, but we'll wait. We'll keep those for the next episode.
Yeah. Sure. Cool. I'll get started on this one because I wasn't really going to get this one.
Nice.
I wasn't going to ever get this one. The droids R2D2 with with the coin and everything.
Yeah.
I hadn't planned on getting it, even though I've got the Boba Fett droids version.
Hmm.
I guess at some point I'll have to pick up the C3PO. Do I want to get into this right now? Because you'll probably rip me a new one, and so will other Star Wars. I'm going to have to now that I've started it.
Yeah, good.
I don't like C3PO as a character.
Yeah, yeah. Not many. I mean, yeah, that's fair. I mean, some people
I
love him,
thought you
some
were going to
people
rip
hate
me a
him.
new one.
No, no. Well, I mean, he's not. He's an iconic character,
Yeah.
but there's so many other iconic characters that you know. I don't think the sequel trilogy did C3PO any favors, to be honest with you, but that's a whole other kettle of fish.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think the original trilogy 3PO was fantastic.
Yeah,
Prequels
I
again.
disagree. Even watching the originals, I just think he's a whiny little bitch.
Well, I think that's probably his role in the films, to be honest with
Yeah,
you.
yeah, I'm sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
but just that's my take.
Yeah.
But the droids are to, an astromech 3.75 astromech. That's yeah, it's good. It had to join the
Yeah.
collection, and I
And
picked it up for 10 quid, and it came in the original Hasbro packaging and everything. It was
nice.
unopened. By all accounts, somebody bought 20 of the things and just
Oh,
kept hold of them, and yeah,
wow.
sold one for a tenner. It came immaculate. So
Yeah. And also, as I'm sure you're aware, that's a representation of the original 1985 Droids card. I think it was 85
yes,
Droids card. So again, it's another vintage style figure. So yeah, it's a
yeah,
really
yeah.
nice addition. Yeah.
And those things, I'd never seen them until we went to Echo Base. They sell for a hell of a lot, don't they?
Oh god, yeah. Loose. There. I mean, there's an R2D2 with a big red lens from the original Droids line, and
Mm.
yeah, I've seen that for hundreds and hundreds of pounds.
Wow.
So let's complete the 96 first, and then
And then
perhaps I'll
think
think
about
about
something.
droids and Ewoks figures. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. See the Ewoks one. That's another thing. They've only just started remaking those, haven't they? That's
yeah.
inbound soon.
There's a pre-order for two of the Ewoks carded figures,
Mm.
modern takes on the original card backs.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Will
I've
you get?
obviously.
You'll get those. You've
Oh yeah, of
pre-ordered.
course, yeah. I pre-order everything in the vintage collection.
Yeah.
I do seem to get it about 2 months later than everybody else in
Yeah.
the country, but
Yeah.
I get it eventually.
Yeah. That's interesting, isn't it? But who knows? The other two came as a package, so I'll sort of start off with this one. It's a little bit beat up, not too bad. It's in fairly decent shout, just a bit of a denting on the bubble at the top there.
Yeah,
But this is the Saga collection, not the one that we're collecting, but
no,
the other Saga collection. So
that's weird. Why
uh,
did you pick him up then? Because
num-
that's not the sort of thing you normally pick up.
no, well, it's because I got such a good deal on this, and it was a 2 pack. So this
Okay,
is
right.
the Death Star Gunner.
Yeah.
And the only reason I had or got hold of that one is to get this one, which is the Imperial Stormtrooper in Hoth
Oh,
outfit,
wow.
and
That is amazing card.
it is lovely, yeah, and a decent figure. It might be a little bit yellowed now, but I think a lot of the white cards do yellow over time, don't they? The white
Yeah.
figures yellow.
Well,
Um,
yeah, I think it's the cases that actually seem to yellow quite a bit because I
yeah,
picked up that
that's
Han
true.
Solo from last episode, and that the case is yellowed, but the figure and the card on the inside is fine.
Mm, yeah. Well, that looks like it's in absolutely spot on condition otherwise,
Yeah.
and that's yeah, all in those two cards. Sorry, that was a bit noisy. These two figures came for £18 all in.
Whoa,
So I couldn't resist, I had to get it. That's
that
an
is
absolute
that is
bargain.
bargain of the week.
Yeah, I
Wow,
reckon I'd argue that's bargain of the year so far
yeah, that's
for
really
what
good.
we've both collected.
Those Imperial Stormtroopers. Well, first of all, let me say that's my favorite original Kenner card back picture
Oh,
of
really?
pretty mate. It's between that and the Darth Vader on the Death Star picture, where he's pointing on the card back.
Mm.
Those two are my favorite, and they have never released that card for the vintage collection, which is
No,
why I'm so
that's
eager to
true.
get it on the Saga collection. So
Yeah,
yeah, well done. That's a
Y-
fantastic pickup. Really, you must be
yeah,
so chuffed with that.
I am. Yeah, I'm
18
buzzing for that.
pounds.
80. You'd be hard pressed to find it on its own going for that sort of money.
Yeah, well, we saw it at Echo Base, didn't we? For I think it was like 50, 60 pounds.
Really, was it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
done all right there then.
yeah.
That
And I
that
think I've
person
seen
didn't
them
know
on
what they
eBay
had.
for about 45, 50
I
pounds.
I I did look afterwards. Though, yeah, about 40 quid they were going.
Yeah,
So yeah,
that's really good.
bit of
Really
a
good.
win there. Bit of
Very
a win.
jealous. Very jealous.
Yeah, yeah. So that's both of our pickups for the week, and obviously we've got the extras coming in as well.
Oh, we've got a huge amount of stuff we've won in auction still to show, but
Still to
these
go through.
episodes
Yeah,
we've got to try and keep them around 10 minutes if possible. So we'll
yeah.
come
We've
back in
already
a
failed
week's
in that, I
time.
think. So
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. So we'll come back and do another one next week, but they're all in your hands. So
yeah.
yeah, it'll be you doing most of the talking for me there. So, but what's new? um, Good stuff. Right, that's it then. If you enjoyed this episode, please like and subscribe. Tell every one of your friends who's into Star Wars, of course, because it wouldn't be worth it otherwise. We'll catch you in the next one. Bye bye.
Bye.